We would like to show you the condition reporting tool. This tool is aimed towards the creation and management of condition reportings using IIIF in cultural heritage institutions such as museums. It's a use case within our IIIF2 project concerned the exploration and IIIF annotations in the context of an automated condition reporting tool. This was set up with and for the KMSKA, one of our partner museums, using the VKC ecosystem. VKC stands for the Vlaamse Kunstcollectie, or in English, the Flemish Art Collection. The Flemish Art Collection is a hub for museum collections, and the activities consist of two pillars: visual arts and digitalization. As a service providing and cost-sharing organization, the Flemish Art Collection is a platform for communal activities and shared infrastructure for museums in Flanders. Before we get to the condition reporting tool itself, I would like to elaborate briefly on the VKC ecosystem on which the condition reports are actually based. The VKC ecosystem consists of 4 to 5 components. As it primarily takes place within the museum world, everything begins with the registrars, who register information about their work and collection management systems. The data hub is one of the first components, and it's a metadata aggregator that retrieves data from these collection management systems such as ATLib and TMS. It stores the data in the standardized Lido format, and this is done automatically so that the data in the data hub is up to date every day with the data present in the museums. In addition, several museums have a DAM system, a digital asset management system, for managing their images and possibly also videos and other documents. In practice, it's very often resource-based, which is an open source and web-based DAM. The next component of the ecosystem is an image server that unlocks images from the DAM system via IIIF. Thanks to this image server, we manage to display high-resolution images to users in a user-friendly way. In practice, we often use Cantaloupe Image Server because it's open source and runs on IIIF 2 and 3. Then we have the Image Hub, which, like the Data Hub, was developed from the Flemish Art Collection. The Image Hub adds data from the Data Hub to the resource space every day. This saves work for the registrars. For instance, they can upload an image to their DAM system, only need to assign an inventory number, and the Image Hub will then automatically retrieve data from the Data Hub to add metadata to the images, such as title, creator, copyright, description, keywords, and so on. The Image Hub also generates IIIF manifests every day for all the images in resource space for reuse. And this reuse is done through a IIIF image viewer, such as Universal Viewer, Mirador, OpenSea Dragon, and others. These viewers read IIIF manifests that are linked to the Data Hub records. This is done, for example, on museum collection pages, such as those already set up for KMSKA and Musée, and for other museums that will be developed in the very near future. But these viewers are not only for collection pages, they can also be used for other applications, such as, in this case, the condition reporting tool. The condition reporting tool retrieves all records from the Data Hub and then locally stores the manifest URLs and other information for each record in a MySQL database. This way, we can easily look up the data on the basis of inventory numbers. Once we have searched a record using an inventory number, we can create a condition report based on the IIIF images that belong to these records. As we can also create annotations according to the web annotation model that are linked to these images to represent conditions and damage elements. You fill in a form, save it, can view and print it together with the images and the annotations. These annotations are linked to the Getty AAT library and vocabulary in order to be able to provide them with a permanent identifier and then also automatically translate them into different languages. And with each report, also a IIIF manifest is generated. As basis for the condition reporting tool, or rather the image viewer, we use OpenSeaDragon. The main reason for this is that the Annotations plugin was developed for OpenSeaDragon. This was extended with the selector pack because initially the Annotations plugin only had the possibility to select a square and a polygon on an image. Simon Raymer and our developer Michiel extended this together to be able to add circles and free drawings as annotations. This entire condition reporting tool was published as open source on the GitHub page of the Flemish Art Collection. Here you see the link where you can find the interface and the condition reporting tool, and now we are going to show you the tool itself. Here you see the interface of the condition reporting tool. In the final version, it is intended that the condition reports can only be viewed and created by a user of the museum who has been authenticated, but this tool is currently open and has no authentication to allow it to be used as a demonstration platform. I would also like to say that this is currently a work in progress that was developed very recently and has only been used in a test phase via this link. So there will definitely be more improvements once it is used in practice and we receive feedback from the museum staff. There are also a few features that are not 100% working correctly for the moment and that still need to be added, such as the possibility to sign the report digitally. The interface is bilingual in English and Dutch as the base language. All information entered in Dutch is automatically translated when you switch to English, for the moment without the annotations, but that has to be implemented yet. So now we go further with the English version. At the top you have a navigation bar when you can see the reports, and next to that you have two tabs where you can manage the organizations and the representatives, where you can add new ones by filling in the forms. In the middle of the screen we see the reports that have been created so far. When you click on the pencil you can edit the last saved one. Here you can see the report and you can make modifications. The eye can be used to view and print all created reports with the most recent one on the top of it. On the top left you can see a search bar where you can look up a record via an inventory number which comes from the data hub and thus indirectly from the collection registration system of the museum. If we now enter an inventory number in the search bar, for example 5, you will get all the records with inventory number 5 with the title Bernardo Bembo and Hans Memling as painter. This information all comes from the registration system. On the left you see a thumbnail that comes from the image server of the KMSKA and thus indirectly from their DAM system. If you enter an inventory number in the search bar for which no report exists yet, you can create a complete report for it. For example 321. And by using the plus you can create a new report. The very first time you create a report you have to select the object type, as this cannot be detected automatically. Depending on the type of object you will get further other specifications and information that you can fill in at physical characteristics. So here we choose for painting and we click save. Here you see a number of tabs where you can enter extra information relating to complete the report and completing to the work, such as report reason, object identification, where a number of fields already automatically are filled in. You have involved actors, physical characteristics, condition and conservation, and recommendation. We will not go here into more detail because our main goal and most interesting part are the annotations. So what you see here is an OpenSea Dragon screen with IIIF image and various options for adding annotations. For example, you select a circle, then the layer, here we choose for carrier, and select a damage type, for example, stains. Then you can zoom in the image and you can make the annotation. Here you see that stains is automatically filled in because you selected at the damage type. We can add more information, for example, brown spot, and we say OK. Here you see that each annotation is automatically given a number and automatically appears in the left-hand panel. If one hover it, one automatically sees which annotation it concerns. The color of the outline refers to the layer concerned, in this case, the carrier. There are also various other options for annotations, such as free drawings, and you can also indicate a combination of more layers. For example, when you choose carrier and paint layer, you create your form. Put extra information. You can see a dotted line now, and it shows which layers are affected by this annotation. So you see there is more than one. Here you see one, and here you see both layers. You can also hide the numbers and hide all the annotations. At the bottom of the screen you can see a thumbnail of the image, and there is also the possibility to add extra images, such as a simplified image of a frame or a backside. The tool also works on tablet, iPad or smartphone, and here you can also choose to upload an image directly from your device. Loading another IIIF image is of course also possible. When everything is ready, you can save it, and the screen automatically show all the information you've entered. All information that is not filled in is simply left out to keep the report as short as possible. You can also print this or save it as a PDF. Or you can create a JSON export containing the available metadata. In the JSON export, besides the usual metadata, you will also see a block images which contains information about all the images, both primary and extra added images. For example, at hash you see a unique internal identifier for this image. At image and thumbnail you find the URL for these images. The created annotations are stored in the block annotations. You also see a link to a IIIF manifest. Each time a report is created, a manifest is automatically generated in which all information that applies to the image can be found. In addition to the usual metadata, you can also see the annotations. These are in accordance with the web annotation model and are automatically included in the manifest, with the target of the IIIF image and also by whom and when this was created. Everything is now under the same creator because this is currently an open platform. As soon as this is rolled out for the KMSKA, for example, it will be integrated with their central authentication system, and the username of those making the annotations will be added automatically. Although both the manifests in version 3 and the JSON export files are IIIF compliant, they are not always displayed correctly in external viewers, so this is a point for further investigation. At the bottom of the tool, apparently still in Dutch, is mentioned that questions, comments or recommendations are always welcome at our email address info@vlaamsekunstcollectie.be. And this brings us to the end of our demo. Thank you for your attention.